here. Welcome to our LakePoint Kids Online Family Experience. Question: did anyone here happen to receive a pet for Christmas? If that's you, you are a lucky duck. Who here did not receive a pet for Christmas, but you'd really like to have one? Well, you might be in luck. A long-lost friend of mine reached out to me and shared that she's looking at rehoming some of her pets and asked if I knew anyone who might be able to provide them with some love and a good home. So she emailed me over the information, but I haven't had a chance to look at it all, so I guess we'll just check it all out together. All I know is that all these animals are baby animals, and apparently she has quite the selection. All right, let's see if any of these animals are right for you. Animal number 1. This little pup loves to have fun. He likes playing in the water, sand, and snow. He has a white coat of fur, however, as he gets older, it will turn gray or brown. He will likely grow close to 600 pounds as an adult. That's huge! He's a swimmer in the making and will eventually learn to take naps underwater. What? I've never heard of any kind of pup like that. Wait, here, it says turn page for picture. Huh? Oh, well, I didn't expect this. Turns out pup is also the name of a baby seal. Interesting, although I'm not sure any of us would be able to provide the proper home for a seal. All right, next one. Animal number 2. This little hatchling is still in its egg for another few weeks, but it will use its egg tooth located on the top of its nose to break out when it's ready. You'll know it's ready to hatch when it starts making a high-pitched whining sound. Great for the land and the water, this little critter is born knowing how to swim. Tooth care is very important for this little one, being born with 60 to 80 teeth. Wow, that's a whole lot of teeth. Be prepared to build a pond or a marsh in your yard and put up a large fence. Though this one really isn't a cuddly and playful pet, it's great for security and guarding purposes. What is this? Oh golly, it's an alligator. I'm pretty sure it's illegal to keep an alligator as a pet or as a security system. What other so-called pets is she trying to get rid of? Oh, lovely. A kit, otherwise known as a baby skunk. Another pup, only this time it's a wolf. And lastly, a joey, which is a baby possum. I'm sorry. Friends, it was irresponsible of me just to share this with you before reading it over. But it also isn't very responsible of her to advertise these animals as pets. I guess responsibility is something we all need, whether we're advertising pets, selling pets, or owning pets. Come to think of it, responsibility is something we all need, pets or not. Responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. I'll count to 3 and we'll say it together. 1, 2, 3. Responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. Taking care of a pet requires responsibility, but so do lots of other things in life. Your schoolwork, keeping your room clean, doing what you told someone you would do, looking after your things. Now, let's be honest, responsibility might not feel exciting, but it's super important and can lead to greater opportunities. Check out what our verse of the month has to say. Suppose you can be trusted with something very little. Then you can also be trusted with something very large. Luke 16, verse 10a, nerve. A lot of times, things you're responsible for serve as a training ground for something bigger and more important down the road. So take them seriously and prove you can handle them. All right, if you're at home today, try saying the verse while pretending to slither like a snake, walk like a flamingo, and hop like a kangaroo. If you're at LakePoint Kids on site with us, and turn your attention to the stage. So responsibility, what is that again? Well, responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. And our bottom line, or focus point of today is love God and love others. Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. Love God and love others. You know, I wouldn't have thought that loving fits into responsibility, so clearly I have a lot to learn today. Let's go check it out together.
Welcome to the So-and-So Show. I'm Brandon.
I'm John, and we're kicking off a discussion all about
responsibility.
Yeah, one of us had a brilliant idea.
It was me.
To get a studio pet, because one of the best ways you can show you're responsible is by taking care of another creature.
Yes, my mother has let me know many times that I can't even take care of myself. So this is my chance to prove I am responsible.
The pet can be as simple as a snail.
Or as demanding as a dolphin.
I like it.
The question is, how do we find out which pet is right for our studio?
And the answer?
Pet auditions.
All right, let's see who we have first.
Okay. First up, we have Holly. She's 3 years old. She's 27 inches tall and 5.7 pounds. And she's a chicken. Her special skills are laying eggs, doing the chicken dance, and doing the two-wing cha-cha.
You know, chickens are in right now, especially with the price of eggs.
Yes. Okay, well, it says here that Holly is used to a 15 by 15 square foot living space and needs at least 4 or 3 other hens to keep her company.
15 by 15 feet? That's bigger than my bedroom.
Yeah, and I don't know if I want to get 4 pets, so maybe we should, pass on Holly.
Okay, you tell her.
I'm not going to tell you, you tell her.
Fine. Thank you, Holly. We'll let you know. Thank you.
Okay, smooth. Who's next?
All right, let's see. We have 2-year-old Larry. He's 5 foot 7 inches and he weighs 320 pounds.
Woo!
He's friendly, mild-mannered, and clean. Maybe you can learn a thing or two from him. Huh?
Hey.
Let's see, but he does have a tendency for spitting, kicking, and neck wrestling.
Neck wrestling.
That's what it says right here, neck wrestling.
Eddie, chew very loudly.
Not good for sound.
No, it's not.
You tell him.
Okay, thanks, Larry. Thanks. You're a great llama, but hey, we'll let you know, okay?
Get another one.
Okay. We have Sebastian. He's over 3 feet tall and weighs 423 pounds, and he's a tiger. No way!
Now this is the perfect pet.
Yeah, it says he's housebroken and he loves belly rubs, huh?
He's a cute little tiger.
Oh.
Yes, he is.
We'll let you know.
It's Bible story time.
Today, we're in the book of Matthew.
Matthew is one of 4 books called the Gospels. These books tell stories from the life of Jesus.
Matthew was written down by, you guessed it, Matthew, one of Jesus' followers, a tax collector whose life was turned upside down by his friendship with Jesus.
When Jesus was about 30 years old, he began to travel from town to town, teaching and healing. Everywhere Jesus went, big crowds gathered. Some people were desperate to be made well. Others came to hear his teaching.
But the religious leaders were troubled by Jesus and feared that he would change things.
So some of the leaders tried to trap Jesus. They asked him trick questions, hoping to prove him wrong or stir up the crowds. But Jesus always knew the wise way to respond.
Which is where our story starts.
Hey everyone, I'm Brian. So, the religious leaders had become more and more worried about Jesus and his teaching. When Jesus entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover festival, great crowds welcomed him as a king. So those religious leaders began making plans to arrest him and amped up their attempts to trick him.
Who told you to do all these things?
Yeah, what gives you the right?
In every case, Jesus avoided their traps and gave wise answers. When one group of leaders failed to catch Jesus in his own words, another group, the Pharisees, decided to give it a try. One of their best law experts stepped up to test Jesus.
Teacher, which is the most important commandment in the law?
Ha! Whichever rule Jesus picks as the most important, he'll have to leave out the other 612 laws.
Then we can get everyone mad at him for choosing the wrong one.
Yes.
I love it when a plan comes together.
But Jesus just answered wisely once again.
Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Love him with all your mind. This is the first and most important commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Everything that is written in the law and the prophets is based on these 2 commandments.
Okay, you see the amazing thing Jesus did there? He said that when you show love to God and show love to people, you will also be following all the other laws. If you love God and love others, you'll grow in telling the truth, in obeying your parents, in treating others well. Jesus didn't leave anything out. He included every single law in those first 2. Love God, love others. It's that simple. But that doesn't mean it's easy all the time. See, God doesn't want us to just check off a list of rules every day.
Hey, what do I do now?
When we follow Jesus, God sends the Holy Spirit to be with us and guide us. Over time, we can learn to listen and discover fresh ways each day to love God and love others. There are unlimited ways we can do that. But here's a place to start. You can show love to God by spending time with God. You can read God's Word in the Bible and tell God about all the great things and all the hard things in your life. One of the most amazing ways we can show love to God is actually by showing love to others, people made in God's very own image. You can show love to others by sharing what you have. And this might be your stuff, but it could also be your time, your listening ear, or your ideas and your creativity. You can show love by working hard to help others, your parents, siblings, friends, teacher, anybody you see who needs your help. You can also show love by using your words wisely to encourage others. Let's take a look at Jesus' words one more time. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Love him with all your mind. This is the first and most important commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Everything that is written in the law and the prophets is based on these 2 commandments. Just as Jesus said, when we focus on those 2 commandments, we can know that we are following all of God's laws. The end.
Maybe we should rethink this whole pet thing and get something with a lot less expectations.
Ooh, like? Dwayne!
Yes, I thought we discussed this. Rock is a very boring pet.
Oh, yeah, but Dwayne's the most electrifying rock in show business.
Reveal the question!
What are things you're expected to do?
Well, growing up, I was always expected to tell the truth.
Oh, that's a good one. I was expected to make up my bed and brush my teeth.
Oh, man, that would have been a good one for me.
Which one? Don't answer. What are some things you are expected to do?
Yeah, it could be at school, could be at home, or could be at a rehearsal or a practice.
Yep. And with that, we'll see you next week for another brand new show.
See ya!
Along with Dwayne!
Jesus made it so simple, but it's not easy. Being in right relationship with God is not about following a bunch of rules. We're designed to need God moment by moment so we can discover what it looks like, what it is to love him and to love others. There are lots of awesome ways to show love to God, but the first is giving God your time. You can spend time reading the Bible, or talking to him, or singing songs to him. Another great way to love God is to love others. This is where you need to pay attention though, friends. Everyone is different, and that means the ways they feel loved are different too. Some people feel super loved if you say nice and encouraging words to them. Some people feel super loved if you help them with something, like unloading the dishwasher or with some homework. Some people feel super loved if you buy them a gift or make them something. Some people feel super loved with a great big hug or high five, and some people feel super loved when you spend time doing something with them that they enjoy, like maybe playing a game or kicking the soccer ball around. Try to figure out how people feel super loved and then do that special thing for them. Use your imagination. There are always ways that you can show love to God and to others, and taking time to do so is the right and responsible thing to do. It's time to bring it home now for a small group time so long as your parent listens to today's instructions. First, think of something you can do to show love to God and decide when you'll do it. Then also think about what way you and everyone else in your family best feels loved. If you don't know, ask them. All right, press pause, enjoy discussion, and then come back for the second set of instructions. Next, choose someone in your household to show love to in the way that they best like, and go do it right now. Parents, now's the time to scan the QR code on the screen or head over to the LakePoint app to fill out our online connection card. Signing our guest book lets us know who is watching and helps us stay connected to you. It also allows you to sign up for our latest LakePoint initiatives and opportunities. So kids, while your parents are busy doing that, why don't you see if you can think of a different animal that starts with every letter of your name? You can go back and watch your favorite LakePoint Kids online family experiences on our YouTube channel or on our LakePoint app in the Family Resources section. Thanks for tuning in today, friends. I'll see you again next week. Same time, same place. Remember, love God and love others.